Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you in the new class. And we are going to start our new lesson. And today our topic is about test for visibility. Okay, this is our school mission and vision. Now, for before to going to start the value today lesson, first we will discuss about the value of the week. And the value of the week is I can respect my family members and my friends. Now, through what ways you can respect your family members and friends. So these are the some points I have suggested for you through which points these points you can respect your family members first and then your friends. So these in this session includes first point is listening. So always I just advise that you must listen to your family members because family members are the key members of your life. Okay, looking at them. Second one, third one is making a positive comment. This point is a suggest to you is very important because make positive comments about the things they say. Ask for things. If you are going to ask something, always use the word please and thank you. Okay, so ask also for permissions. So I advise to all of you, so must respect your family members. Now how are the ways, now how can you show the respect to your friends? So these are the four points I have suggested to you. Must follow these points. First one is listening. Everyone in the world wants to be heard and listened to. Okay, give much more value to the others and listen to others first by supporting, encouraging of your friends. Okay, third one is showing kindness, and the fourth is about being polite. Now, this is the objective of the lesson, which is to understand the test of divisibility to find the factors of large number. Now, first we should know about what is the divisibility test. Okay, a divisibility test is a quick and simple method. Quick and simple method to determine whether one number is divisible by another without performing full divisions. Divisibility test is that we can find a number which can divide the other another numbers completely by performing full divisions. Most of the time we perform the full divisions. For example, if we check for 343 is divisible by 3 or not, so we perform this by using this long division method. But in divisibility test you can use the divisibility rules. So by divisibility rules you can easily find the numbers either it is divisible by the other another number or not. Okay, so it helps to check the number can be divided evenly by a given divisor. So within minute we can find the now divisible of one number to another number. Okay, so I explain more this about with some of the examples. Okay, now this is an activity about the divisibility test, how we can do this activity. So I say write all the steps through which we can perform this activity. So I suggest you guys must perform this activity at your home physically. So, okay, it's a very simple activity. So what are the materials we have to need for these activities? Number one is the spinner, and the second one is the dice. Okay, so okay, roll die. Step one is one member of the group spin the spinner. Okay, let's suppose that we have two groups, group 1 and group 2. Okay, the one member of the group, first group, spin the spinner. Okay, in clockwise direction like this one. Okay, now let's suppose that the spinner spun at the point 4. Okay, let's suppose that spinner spun at the point 4. Now same or another member, let's suppose as another member of group 2. Roll the die 3 times. Roll the die 3 times. Let's suppose that the group rolls die. First time it will come 2, second time it come 3. Let's suppose that it comes 6. Now arrange these number. Now you can rearrange these number from smaller to larger or larger to smaller. But in this activity I arrange these numbers from smaller to larger. Okay, first write 2, then 3, then 6. Okay, now check the divisibility. Either 236 is completely dividing by 4 or not. Okay, so what are the rule of the divisibility of for 4? If the last two digits of the any number are completely dividing by 4, okay, then the whole number is divisible by 4. Okay, now checking this one, the last two digit is 36, which is dividing by 9, so 236 is divisible by 4. I repeat it again. What are the why we for dividing by 4? Because the spinner spun at 4. Okay, so dividing by, we have divided 236 by 4. How we can check the divisibility for 4? Divide the last two digit number by 4. If it divides completely, then 236 will become divisible by 4. So I recommend you that must perform this an activity at home. Okay, physically. Now these are some divisibility from number 2 to 10. So I will explain one by one all of these with some suitable examples. Now number 1 is how we can check the divisible for 2 any number. So what are the conditions for divisible by 2? Then the number is divisible by 2 if its last digits are even. If a digit has the last digit is even or 0 number, then that number will completely divisible by 2. For example, look at this one. We have to check for 248. Okay, first divisible by 2. Okay, then divisible by 5, then divisible by 10. We check this number for all 2, 5 and 10. What are the conditions for 2? Number 2, last number should be 0 or even numbers. Now the last number is even, so 248 is divisible by 2. Now for 5, and for 5 a number divisible by 5, its end is 0 or 5, but here 248 there is a no 0 or 5, so 248 is not divisible by 5. Now what are the conditions for 10? Number divisible by 10 if its last digit is 0, so there is a no 0 at the last of the 248, so again 248 is not divisible by 10. Now next for 375. Okay, for 2, as you can see that the number 375, the last digit is odd. Last digit is odd, so it does not fulfill the conditions of by divisible by 2, because of our divisibility for 2 last number should be 0 or even number. Here is the odd number, so 375 is not divisible by 2. Now for 5, last number should be 5. As you can see, the last number is 5, so it is divisible by 5. For 10, last number should be 0, but here is a no 0, so it is not divisible by 10 also. Now for the for 600. Okay, 600 can be dividing by 2 or not, as the last digit is 0, so 0 is available there, so 600 can dividing by completely divisible. 600 is divisible by 2. Now for 5, it ends is 0. Okay, so last digit is 0, so 600 is divisible by 5. For 10, last digit should be 0. Okay, here is you can see that last digit is 0. So 600 is divisible by 2, 5 and 10 also. Okay, so these are the rules, divisibility rule for 2, 5 and 10. So must remember that all the conditions for of the number 2, 5 and 10. Okay, for 2, number should be 0 or last number should be 0 or even number. For 5, last digit will be 0 or 5, and the 10 for 10 last digit should be number should be a 0. Okay, now divisibility rules for 3 and 9. The divisibility rule for 3 states that number is completely divisible by 3 if, what are the conditions? If the sum of its digit is divisible by 3. Let's suppose that we have number 123. If I get the if I find the sum of these number, sum of you mean to add number 1 plus 2 plus 3. What is the answer? 6. So as you know that 6 is completely dividing by 3. So if the sum of any number is divisible by 3, then that number will be completely divisible by number 3. Okay, as you can see that 6 is dividing by 3 completely, answer will 2. So 123 is divisible by 3 completely. Now for divisible by 9, sum of digit of the number is divisible by 9. For 3, okay, take the sum of 3 numbers. Okay, for 9 sum is completely dividing by 9. Okay, for example 81, take the sum is equal to 9. As you can see that 9 is completely dividing by 9. Okay, if the sum of digit of the number is divisible by 9, so sum of the number is divisible by 9, so 9 is divisible by 9, so 81 is divisible by 9. Okay, so in the previous lesson, this slide 2, 5, 10 is the one category and 3, 9 is the one category. So make all these numbers in category wise. Okay, it helps you if you all the numbers remain in the category, it will help you find and remember all these. Okay, so 3 and 9 are one category and 2, 5, 10 are one category. Okay, is it clear? Now these are some examples of divisible by 3 and 9. Okay, it will help you to find how to understand it is divisible by 3 or 9. Let's suppose that we have a number 273. Find the sum of digits 2 plus 7 plus 3. It is 12. So 12, as you know that in table 3 12 comes, there is a 12 in table 3. So 12 is completely dividing by 3. Okay, so 12 is that, so 3 is the divisible of 273. 273 is completely dividing by 3. Okay, now 12 is not divisible by 9, so 273 is cannot be dividing by 9. Okay, so if the sum is dividing by 3 completely, so that are divisible by 3. Now check that with 12 is not divisible by 9 completely, so 273 is not divisible by 9. Now for example 486, take the sum 18 is completely dividing by 3, so 486 is divisible by 3. Okay, and 18 is also divisible by 9, so 486 also can be dividing by 9 also. Okay, so these are the examples which helps you to understand more about the divisibility rule for 3 and 9. Okay. Now this is a question from the textbook, page number 24. Part A. Show that number 28, this one, 28572 is divisible by 3 but not by 9. So what are the divisibility tests for 3? Sum of digit should be divisible by 3. Let's suppose this is number, okay. Take the sum of the digits. 2, first number 2, 8, right number here 28572. Take the sum of all numbers. 2, 8, we get 24. So 24 is completely dividing by 3. 3 8 times 24. So okay, so we write here 28, sorry. 3 8 times 24. So the sum of the number is completely dividing by 3. So 28572 is divisible by 3 but not in 7. Why not in 7? Because 24 we cannot be divided 27 by 9. Okay, 27 can be dividing by 3 only. So this number is divisible by 3 only, not on 9, because 24 cannot be dividing by 9. Okay, so that is the main reason. Now part B, change the final digit. This one is the final digit. Change the final digit of number to make number that is divisible by 9. Okay, here is the number 2, 8, 2 plus 8 plus 5 plus 7 plus 2. If we add this number, 2 plus 8 10, 10 plus 5 15, 15 plus 7 22, 22 plus 2 is 24. Okay, it means that in table 2, 3 9 times, we know that 3 9 times 27. It means that we add 3 in the final digits, so we will get the 27. Okay, it is clear. Here should be a number 5 should be here. 2 plus 8 plus 5 plus 7 plus, so in the final digit we will write here 5. Okay, because we need 27. So the last digit we write here is 5, because if we add 3 in this number we will get 27. Okay, so this number 2 is replaced by a number 5. Okay, so change the final numbers only, this one. If I change this number, if I get the sum of these numbers, we will get 27. So 27 is completely dividing by 9, so the answer is 3. Okay, now what are the rules for divisibility rule for 4 and 8? If the last two digits are divisible by 4, for example, we have a number 128. Okay, the last two digit is 28, 24, 8 is completely divided by 7. So 128 is divisible by 4. So condition is that the two digit of the number are divisible by 4. Okay, now for 8, the last three digits. For 4, only last two digits should be divisible by 4. Now for 8, last three digits of a number are divisible by 8. Let's suppose that we have a number 1 2 5 6. So last three digit number. So if I divide 256 by 8, it completely dividing by 8. 16 will be, so we will get 16. So last three digits are completely dividing by 8. So 1 2 5 6 is divisible by 8. Okay, for 4, the last two digits should be divisible by 4. For 8, last three digit numbers are divisible by 8. So that is the main category. Okay, so hope so you will understand You have understand through this example how we can find the divisibility rule for 4 and number 8. Okay, now for divisible by 8, as you know that 6 we can write as 2 cross 3. So remember that the number which divisible by both 2 and 3 are the divisible by 6. For remember that, for remember how we can remember that 2 or 3 are in divisibility 6. So 6 is equal to 2 cross 3. Take a number 132. As the last digit is 2, even number. Okay, the divisibility, we use that divisibility rule of 2. If the last number is even, so it completely divisible by 2. So for 2 it is correct. Now for 3, how we can find the divisibility rule? For 3, we take the sum. So take the sum of 3 numbers is 6. So 6 is divisible by 3. So 132 is divisible by 2 and divisible by 3 also. So is it clear? So 132 is divisible by 6 also. Okay, it is clear. Now here are some questions from textbook page number 24. Part A. Show that is divisible by 3 but not by 6. Okay, now for divisible by 6 we take the sum. If the sum is divisible by 3, then it is divisible by 3. So the sum is 21. So 21 is can complete dividing by 3. So it is divisible by 3. Okay, for 6 but not by 6 because 2, 5, 7, 4, 2, 3 is not divisible by 2. Also 5, 7, 4, 2, 3 is not divisible by 3. So that is why 5, 7, 2, 4, 2, 3 is not divisible by 6. Okay, now part B. The number 5742 star is divisible by 6. Find the possible value of the digit. Now what will be the number come here? That is completely dividing by 6. Okay, 5742. These numbers are given. What number will becomes in this place? So we write 6 because we are finding the divisible by 6. So we have write the number 6. Okay, if we write the final number, as 6, whole digit number will be completely dividing by 6 and divisible by 6 also. Okay, now the last question 3 part A. 57764 divisible by 2 and by 4. Okay, what are the conditions for divisible test for 2 and 4? For 2, last number should be even. For 2, 5, 7, 6, 4. So last number is even, so it is divisible by 2. For 4, the last number should be dividing by 4, the last 2 digit. So say for example 2, 5, 7, 6, 4. Now 64 can be dividing by 4 or not? Check. Okay, 64 can completely dividing by 4. So 2, 5, 7, 6, 4 is also divisible by 4 because the last 2 digits are completely dividing by 4. Okay, so this number is completely dividing by 2 as well as number 4 also. Question from textbook. Show that 3 and 4 are factor of this one. Okay, first add these numbers. What answer is 12. 12 completely dividing by 3. So 3 is a factor of this number. For 5, so for 4, okay, for 4, how we can find it? If the last 2 digit number is divisible by 4, 4 5 times 20. If the last two digits complete dividing by 4, so 4 also will be the factor of 352 320 320. Okay, so 3 and 4 are factors of 25320 because it completely dividing by 3. Okay, and 25320 is completely dividing by 4 also these numbers obey the rule divisibility test also. Now this is an assessment for you. State the divisibility rule for of number 3 and 5 9. So do this at home on your notebook and send on my personal WhatsApp number. Okay, so thank you so much. Hope so you have enjoyed the today lesson. So see you inshallah next lesson. If you have any confusion, so there is an option of the comment section on Google Classroom. You can ask me question there. Thank you so much.